All right, let's jump into it, huh? We're going to explore some champions today and some viewer submissions that we haven't played yet on stream before, and we're going to explore some that we have played that I felt like I wanted to play some more of. So Lux here is a champion that I think she probably has my favorite animation out of any of the champions, because her final spark that deals 4 damage when it blasts through something into the Nexus, it's just so sweet. Anywho, this is a 4/5 with barrier, so she has, even though she's a little bit expensive, she has some protection the turn she comes into play, negates the first time she takes damage. And then when she sees us cast 6+ mana worth of spells, she leveled up and gives us a final spark. And then her leveled up form says anytime she sees you cast another 6+ mana worth of spells, she makes another final spark for you. So we pair her with 6+ mana spells like Remembrance that are sometimes less than 6 to play out. Got Stand United here as a burst spell. Got an Unyielding Spirit. And then the second champion in this deck, our deck here is has like a barrier sub-theme, I guess you could say, in our mid-range deck. So we've got Shen as a second champion. Give a supported ally a barrier, and then he levels up when he's seen 4+ barriers get placed. And then whenever an ally gets a barrier, he gives them 3 extra attack. And then Shen also gives us some more copies of Stand United, which works well with Lux because it's another 6 mana spell here. The core of the deck, outside of the champions, is a bunch of cheaper threats, some like Greenglade Caretaker here that have synergies with barriers. Single combat, really excellent with your various barrier effects, because obviously if your unit has a barrier and you get to fight 2 things, you don't have to have yours take damage, which is nice. Let's go ahead and pop on into some games with this one and see how it goes. Opponent is playing Karma Braum. So probably want something that's a little bit more aggressive. Karma is usually more controlling because you need to get hit and lighten to level this up. I think I'm at least mulliganing Riposte here. Let's keep these for now. The play here.
These woods protect their own. Who goes there?
Slaughterdox is S tier in terms of board music. It's very good.
We see through all.
Ooh, okay. We're just banking a couple of spell mana here. So this has Challenger, but doesn't quite kill this. This gives a supported ally +1/+1, so I could... Support gives the unit to the right of it a buff. So I could play Ward Chefs out here and then attack with both into their 2/3. That's probably fine. I can bank this extra 1 mana into a 3rd spell mana and not lose it.
Brom is on the job.
It's a little scary.
Head to the base. Can't fight on an empty stomach.
This levels up when it survived 10 total damage, so, and it has regeneration, so it does just get to bounce here and get 2 points towards its level up. We get 2 points in on them, so I think that's a worthwhile exchange. Yeah, I feel like something like, for starters, for people that aren't familiar with what I do, a lot of the decks I play on this channel are viewer submissions, which means that, it's awkward. A lot of the decks I play on this channel are viewer submissions, which means that, what's the words I'm searching for? A lot of the decks I play here are viewer submissions, and generally speaking, I try to play things people send in card for card, at least to start. Especially in a game like Runeterra, where I don't have a super strong...
Who does not know the name Laurent?
Especially in a game like this, where I don't have a huge background in knowing everything. The sound design is very, very well done. So, this has Challenger, so I can hook the Braum and then riposte to kill it. So I think that's probably the play. I guess I could also deploy this Elusive, right? Because I have 5 total mana. Elusive, similar to flying, can only be blocked by other things with elusive.
An auspicious season.
I demand satisfaction.
So obviously the barrier's not useful here, but pumping this up 3 attack lets me kill Braum.
Friend.
I expect they'll trade here, yep, then they'll take 3 and Braum will die. Sounds like a pretty good exchange for us. It's not Shadow, because Shadow creatures can only block other creatures with Shadow. Elusives can block anything, it's flying. Coming from Magic, it's directly comparable to flying. Only Elusives can block other Elusives, but Elusives can block anything.
Give me a sweet bun. Heightens the senses.
It's horsemanship. There you go. That's technically correct. It's definitely horsemanship.
Order rewards its faithful.
Yep, Dwight. Yep. This is a heck of a bomb. Play or attack, grant all allies a barrier this round. There's one of these in our 40. The flavor gets stretched a little when ninjas block elusive fish. Fair. This gains Challenger when we play out something else.
Show you how it's done.
I don't think I want to trade elusives here. I'm gonna have this bounce.
Make it fair.
And then next turn, we'll deploy this to give a barrier. And then we'll Challenger, kill these. Lightning Bolt, thanks for keeping on with the tier 1 sub. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Shen. That's pretty good. So I can Shen plus Bright Steel Protector and still have Riposta.
The fate of mortals and spirits falls to me.
So the ordering of our attacks really matters in this deck a lot of the times. We have a number of units with the support mechanic that give a bonus to the one directly to their right. We'll want to be careful with that when we're organizing our attacks. The fact that combat resolves left to right adds an incredible amount of depth to the combat and the sequencing decisions you make in this game in a really pleasant way.
My shield is yours.
Honor dictates both our actions.
Yeah, I agree, Saban. Hopefully some real good change comes out of everything that's going on.
Balance.
Big agree.
Hardly fair.
Oddly fair. I think I'd rather kill their 2-1 that's powering up their stuff when they play spells rather than their 3-2 with this.
How did that move go?
Combat resolves here. It's super good for us. I suppose they could have something to finish off this, but like they did a couple of damage to this, but we literally just like destroyed their board. Hey, Lee Musivi, thanks for the 11 months. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Yeah, another avalanche would be really bad for me. Although I have a unyielding spirit now, right? That's another avalanche. I think I'm just protecting this, right? This is gonna be free, right? Oh no, it costs 1. That's kind of a tilt. Didn't have a spell mana left over. Yeah, the new frame turned out really well.
Peace begins within.
What do they call the GPs at Magic Fest? Grand Prix?
There is hope.
Our wills align. There I go.
Solid start.
Honor.
Got our champion capsule here. Yeah. So we hit level 8, which gives us the champion capsule, so that means we want to change regions. I think I'm almost at 8 in all of them. I have one more here that we need to get to 8 in. Oh, they have so many wild cards. Yep. Sorry, that typing was me almost responding to an awful take on Twitter, and then I decided to just block the idiot. I don't think I want to trade these here, because I'll be able to War Chefs with this eventually and attack as a 2/3, so we just pass. So, opponent attacked first, so we didn't get a chance to play our blocker out. Again, one of the decisions you're often making while playing is, do you want to attack while you have better board presence, or do you want to play more units out so they can attack right away, but potentially end up a little bit behind? A little bit of an interesting build of the deep from the opponent here. They've got a Kalista in their champions, and we've got a Dreadway deckhands here. What's the dollar amount to get decent decks? I spent $100, and I had 5 decent decks built with a little bit left over. So, like, for example, let me just take this turn and I'll show you something neat real quick.
My shield is yours.
A Vile Feast, but then, sure. So, oh, right, that gives it extra damage. That's better than I thought. So we'll attack with this. If you look at the deck page here, and someone correct me if I'm wrong. So if you go to my any of the deck pages, there's these shards here, and you basically divide by 1,000. So this deck should be $25.60 worth of stuff thereabouts. About 25 bucks to build this, right? Is what the shard translates into. I believe is correct. So you can literally pull up any deck list out there and go, okay, this deck takes exactly this much money to build. I'm gonna go ahead and do this. And then single combat these two. Although maybe I want to save this for something better, but like I don't really have anything to do this turn. I guess I could just burn a Riposte. Riposte is basically the same thing, right? It's less likely to get blown out. It also uses a little bit more mana. Yeah, and that's if you don't do any of the playing to get free stuff, which builds decks minus champions for free. Yep. Yep. This game seems like it has both the most generous free-to-play system and the most generous pay-to-play system. I know, as someone who has put 4 figures worth of money into both Magic Arena and Hearthstone, the pay-to-play experience on this client is the best of those 3 games. As someone who spent a large amount of money,
You're covered.
giving barriers to challenger things is real good in this deck. Gotta be something that isn't perfect. The what's it called? The deck builder leaves a bit to be desired. But you also don't spend a ton of time in the deck builder most of the time, so I think I'm okay with that. So we get to smack them for 10 here, because we get to challenge the spider, and these will hit them. So pretty decent turn here. It's way too easy. I don't have to crack packs and pray. I've been doing the free stuff, was not sure how to improve. Yeah. Yep. That's pretty good. As lifesteal. I want to deploy, actually that's not even that good, right? Because I get to deploy Lux here, and then next turn I get to Remembrance. I don't consider myself a whale, but I spend about $50 each set in Arena, and I'm not doing that with Core 2021, and voting with my wallet. Runeterra has been great, and you're correct that it's the best free-to-play and pay-to-play experience. Glad to hear other people's realities reflect my own. Opponent going deep here. Some of their cards are going to have some bonuses. I think we just try and Remembrance here and hope they don't have Murder for Lux. If they don't have Murder for Lux in response to this Remembrance, and we get to level her up and get a Final Spark, this game's going to be very over. So the laser gets charged up here. We get to final spark this into their nexus and then have some really good attackers here. Nautilus is pretty good.
No more holding back!
Your opponent surrendered. Okay, that was not a lot going on.
The superior tactic is to never give up.
The superior tactic is to never give up. What inspirational quotes. What an inspiration. They were dead, right? Were they? I don't know. Listen, Chad, I wasn't blocking. It wasn't my job to do the math. Ooh, we got a champion. That's exciting. Yeah, we played a Lux Karma deck on stream that was a lot of fun, but didn't feel very good. So far, this feels a lot more powerful, which is sweet because, like, when we played the last deck, I was like, Lux is really awesome, and I wish we had a better deck for her. So I'm glad that this one feels okay so far. Okay, so Heimer VI is a control deck usually. Elusive plus Riposte sounds good. I think I'm gonna mulligan the Challenger too. Although I guess maybe I keep this because the Challenger can kill their Shadow Assassins. Yeah, actually I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna keep this because it can kill their Shadow Assassins. No early plays here from either of us. Both players just banking up a bunch of spell mana here.
Order rewards its faithful.
See if they have an elusive threat of their own.
Swift and silent.
They do, so can't attack in here, unfortunately. Someone asking about is it ever correct to go 2x3 for champions instead of 3x2? And I don't think so. I think especially with the fact that, like, champion spells are a thing, it means it's generally correct to just play more of your good cards. Yeah, I agree with that, Haskow. We're kind of a mid-range deck that's using Lux's reach at the top end, as opposed to being a control deck that's trying to have Lux be our primary feature. Okay, so we're just gonna bounce off each other here. I'd rather play. I think I was gonna play another assassin out here. Sure, some decks play 2-2-2 because they fill a similar role but cover different spots in the curve. Yeah, and we see some of that in Magic too. Like, you know, you'll have people play splits of things because, you know, similar effects but slightly better in different situations. I think my plan here is if they don't do anything, will attack with this and hook their 2/2 and then probably pass, banking 2 spell mana. If they try and kill any of my things, I can use the single combat to have whatever they're killing fight the 2/2 here.
Silent as death.
Run them back.
What does the power of money mean? It's social commentary. Think we just let this happen now? So, swap to allies, just so I understand. This means inside of combat, move their positions around, right? Is basically what this means.
Cannot escape.
Alright. You can also use it to retarget a targeted spell. Okay, sweet. That makes a lot of sense. It's a little bit sad to not get Lux down here, but I think it's right to get their Luces off the board here.
Let none disturb my meditation. The dark echoes.
Man, part of me really wants to go single combat, fight these. I think I'm just supposed to bank the mana, though.
Let the light guide you.
Alright, now I'm gonna go ahead and do this, I think. If they stick a Heimer, I could be a little bit sad, but I think it's worth taking this off the board so I can pressure them here a bit. If, like, I'll be able to attack this turn, and we'll hook the 2/2 and then smack them for 5. And, like, their board will be clear. And we'll have 5 power in play. Okay, well, now that they did that, we still get to do this and do this, and like now they can trade here, but that still seems like a fine exchange for us.
It's too late for you.
Oh, they're trading with my non-elusive. Deal. Yeah, the 2/1 bird is great. Challenger mechanic is super powerful.
Piltover Enforcer on the scene.
Everywhere I go, the light follows.
Headed in. Trouble coming at ya.
Wonder if we'll see them do something to deal damage here really quick. And the way this works inside of combat now, I can't re-barrier this, right? I have to hit OK, this resolves, and then this dies. Yeah, this is very different. This is very different than how Magic's Magic stack works. So in Magic stack, you can resolve one thing and then respond again. So I don't know that it's strictly bad, but it's definitely different than how Magic is. I mean, even people are talking about burst being a downside. Even if that hadn't been a burst spell, we wouldn't have been able to kill their thing. I don't know what that card is, Armadillo. If I'm being honest, I'm not super keeping up on spoilers at the moment.
Let the light guide you.
That's true. That protection spell was just another Lux. The stack not stopping after every spell probably has to do with a lot why it feels so smooth and snappy compared to Magic. Big agree. I think we're just gonna go ahead and Remembrance here. Because, if this resolves, she'll level up and we'll get a Final Spark, and then we'll blast Vi into the Nexus. They do have Deny Mana here. Okay, yep. It's a little unfortunate. We do at least get to attack for 7 here. And then next turn we're going up to 10 mana. So with 10 mana, we'll be able to Lux plus Spirit Refuge still. Or Lux plus an Elusive.
Bring it.
That block probably signifies they have another Lux in hand, if I had to guess. Hey, that's a good one. Do I lead on?
Infinitely logical.
Like, I don't have any interaction for this at the moment. Is it crazy to just go Shen Lux? It might be right to go Lux plus save some spell mana for next turn. I kind of want to go Shen Lux here. Lux plus stand gets you a spark. Well, this costs 6. I don't have 12 mana. I think I want to prioritize just leveling up both my champions here. Shen will see the barrier. No, for Scene it has to be in play, right? Can someone correct me if I'm wrong? I thought this has to be in play to see it, right?
The king can protect those.
So I have to, yeah, what you give, like, sure, yeah, okay. Just making sure my understanding is correct. If it says Scene, this card has to be on the battlefield to have it happen. Yeah, my buddy and I were talking about this the other day, Mike. The fact that the limited in this game pushes you towards synergy drafting means that there aren't a lot of weak cards, right? Like, the limited in this game isn't, this is my vanilla 3/3 attacking into your board, right? The gameplay tends to be a lot more interesting and dynamic than Magic's limited gameplay does. Limited in this game feels much closer to constructed than Magic's limited.
deception to date.
Cannot escape.
I think I'm just trading here. Latest card, Unyielding Spirit. Is that 8 mana spell? That says something can't die? Yes. Unyielding Spirit, I think, is the closest thing to a magic card this game has. I'm also not quite sure how I feel about it, because, like, there is some counterplay to it in some colors, and, what's the word that I'm searching for? And, in addition to there being some counterplay in some colors, you also have,
Illuminate the enemy.
you also have,
Pushing my limits.
Obliterate works. You also, like, one of the things that's good about this game is the fact that the games actually end. Whereas, like, Magic the Gathering, you know, we talk about, like, garbage time is literally a meme on this channel. And Magic, this game doesn't have piles of garbage time like Magic has piles of garbage time. If they don't have Deny here, we're in a very good spot when we get to Final Spark this.
By the light.
Unforeseen outcome.
With quiet steps, the dragon approaches.
Do 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 do
Vi stands for violence.
Turtle up, move out, Rawhide. Speaking of things that are good finishers that end the game. Form up, squad. Play or attack, give everything a barrier. The final spark down. Do-do-do-do. Do-do-do-do-do. Do-do-do-do. Do-do-do-do-do-do. Do-do-do-do-do-do. Yeah, I got a scout, but I don't really want to treat it in combat, so we're gonna attack with everything here, because I would like... Daddy would like it barriers. Defense. Defense. And just so my understanding's correct, barrier prevents Vi from striking for 10, right? Barrier just prevents the damage.
You act, but do
Expecting this to deal a damage here and these to trade.
Demacia.
Demacia. Who's a good little Poro? Yes, you are. Yes, you are. Yes, Vi needs to strike and survive to level up is correct.
cooking.
Smell that? A fight's a cooking. Sweepers are rare in this game. There is one destroy all units. What color is that card though? I actually don't know offhand. We'll open attacks here and then hopefully they die. Shadow Isles. Say colors, please. I don't know what Shadow Isles means, chat. Green and it costs 9. Okay.
No one goes hungry.
So you'll see there again with these support units, the ordering of my attacks mattered, so that way I can make this a 3-2 to kill this. Teal. Ooh, playing around lifesteal is actually something I could have done here. I have a barrier, so it doesn't matter. But if I didn't have a barrier, talking about ordering combat, I should have ordered this last, so that way these would have killed them, and I wouldn't have to use a barrier card to have lethal here. So small mistake on my part that we're not going to get punished for because I have a barrier. But worth noting, if I didn't have these, it would have been important. Are they still dead? 16, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, yeah, you're right. You're right. They're still dead, right? And the eye tells me that. Okay, so now they're going to 2. So now I want a barrier. And now they're dead. See? The eye says they're dead, so I'll click OK. If the eye tells you they're dead, click OK.
The superior tactic is to never give up.
Climbing on up the ladder. Do 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 do. Morning, Jake. Another control matchup. How's the variation in the decks in this game? Better than Magic has been for the last year by a lot. That's also a low bar though. Is it crazy to keep Unyielding Spirit against Timer VI? I feel like it's not. I think I'm actually just gonna click OK here. I think this is one of our better cards against the control deck. I guess they have the bounce spell. They play through recall. Yeah, maybe this isn't good here then. Yeah, the balance team seems like they have the incredibly good goal of not only making sure decks aren't too strong, but also trying to ensure that all of the colors have playable cards, so they buff cards in this game too. People that are familiar with my Magic content know that one of my biggest complaints about Wizards is they're too slow and reactive, in my opinion. And it feels like Riot's positioned themselves with what they've done so far to be incredibly proactive in their management of their game.
Break their spirits and their swords.
I won't stand by.
Feel the sizzle.
If I hook this here, this lives and I'll have 2/2/1s, because this is going to get bigger. I think that's fine. Again, ordering on my attacks matter because of the support mechanic.
No one goes hungry.
You have 2 allies, 3/3. Sick. They passed. I can just end the round? I think I just end the round, huh? I guess I could play Shen and then open on attacks. I think I'm just gonna pass it on the round. I lose 1 mana, but they lose 2. And this way I can lead on Shen here and still have deny mana up.
Balance.
Do we ever try...
Answers, I have them.
For Lee Sin. Yep. Oh, did I forget to add it to the deck queue? Yeah, you're the Lee... You submitted it through the forum too, right? The Lee Sin deck? Yeah, okay, so your deck's the second one.
Ready to the base.
Must be done.
Hardly fair. Can't fight on an empty stomach.
I forgot to add it to the deck queue yesterday, but your deck is the second one. Jeff and Fish, thank you for the 14 months. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Thanks for keeping me around. So they made a couple of 3-1s there, but that's all their thing did, so that seems good for us. No, you're fine. You're fine, John, and I forgot to add it to the deck queue, so it's on me too. I think I need to hold on to the single combat. I think the fact that they played that first timer out with the challenger on board probably means that they have another Heimer. Morning time, Lord. These elusives are gonna kill us kind of quickly though. Although I guess I can kill them with Challenger plus Barrier, so I guess that's not super true.
Vi stands for vicious.
Make sure your Teemo Brew got in. Oh, sorry to everybody that just heard a Windows noise. That was me. I don't see a Teemo. I don't see a Teemo one from you. You'll have to DM me, Dr. Mister, and let me know what you sent and when. I think I'm just passing here, huh?
Here's the fun part. Eat this.
If I unyielding spirit this and they bounce me, I just get blown out. So I think we're gonna go ahead and do this, so this way I can hold deny up. We're gonna have single combat happen here. Oh, this is gonna level her. I think that's fine, though.
Get back here.
Well, she wasn't gonna level because barrier means she doesn't deal damage, just for reference. So, she wasn't gonna level if I just let them bounce, because they both had barriers up. I don't know, I kind of want to take their Vi off the table, though. Feel like there's value in that. If I play this for 3, I have 7 mana up. She still strikes. She doesn't deal damage, though. So her level up condition is she has to deal 10.
Strength and grace, beauty.
Yeah, she still strikes. She just doesn't strike for 10, which is what her level up condition is. So her leveled up form still hits my Nexus for 5, even if it doesn't deal damage, but her base form doesn't level up if it doesn't actually deal damage. Summon an illegal contraption. I just deny this. I think I just deny this and then kill their board here. So this is gonna get a barrier, and then this will turn into a 2-1. Yeah, I agree with that, Ming. The fact that damage carries over and around is a big deal.
Seems to be the problem.
Yes, damage persisting contributes to less stalled boards too. Big agree.
It's smaller than the diagram. Full blast!
A little unfortunate, but it is what it is.
Sturdy construction. Yeah.
Nature blesses her followers.
We each defend our brethren.
Yeah, I think we're dead here. Oh, I can swap, right?
We walk between realms. They are under my protection.
I don't know that I swapped the right one there. Probably should have swapped this one. I would have just gotten chump blocked by these anyways. Kinda whatever.
These woods protect their own.
Keeper, our lands need us.
And fire!
Nope, he still has Unyielding Spirit.
I find them unworthy.
There's a shield there still. Oh, is it gone for a second? Think I do this. This will hit this for 5. The fact that Heimer's living here, though, is a really big deal.
Groundbreaking
Probably means they're gonna run us over. We really need Lux here. Really need Lux.
Immediately.
It could just be dead here. Yep. It's a close game. I think the big difference between this game and when we played this matchup before was the fact that we didn't see a Lux at all. And Lux just, like, gives us enough removal spells to keep the Heimer in check. And that game was a really good example of just, like, how good unchecked Heimer is. Very, very powerful. Yeah, there's a ton more player agency. But, you know, it's actually been funny. I was talking about this yesterday. It's hard to rant or have off-topic discussions while playing Runeterra because there's so much player agency. Like in Magic, it's really easy to get sidetracked because there's so many games where you don't have anything meaningful to say about the actual game actions you're taking. Whereas, like, in this game, you have meaningful game actions basically every single turn and lots of them. So it's hard to get sidetracked. Our curve here is very good. Huh? I guess I just trade. Yeah, there's also very little downtimes. It's basically always your turn.
Need Demacia. Flavor and spice.
Insert Spider-Man meme here.
Feel the sizzle. Can't fight on
Oh, yeah, this is bad because they trade with my chefs, right? Eh, it's fine. This is a trade rate. It's technically like a down tempo trade. Because they trade their 1-drop for my 2-drop, but sure. You think I'm just passing here and banking spell mana to Remembrance next turn?
New recruit reporting in. I've got your back.
With these plays, do I want to play a 2-4? Yeah, I think so. I think now I do this and attack and hook this. So again, the fluidity of the turns in this game and the way the priority system works, adding decisions to the game and changing my gameplay as my opponent makes choices.
One banner, one destiny.
The balance requires a watchful eye.
Head to the base.
Show them our medal.
No one goes hungry.
This doesn't look impossible, it's definitely rough. You think we're in a bad spot? I think we're actually ahead at the moment. Why do you think we're in a bad spot?
It must be done.
Can you explain?
For justice. For Demacia.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Yeah, I'm up.
Yeah, I'm up.
Who does not know the name Laurent?
Laurent.
Time to get rowdy.
Then gets to attack again if I don't block it. But like if I block it, they make a 3/4. I think I'm blocking it.
Close my eyes, make it fair.
Feel the sizzle!
A real battle!
Can't fight on an empty stomach. This will not take long. Now close my eyes, make it fair.
I think I do this, and then I hope they don't have a single combat, and I single combat this and this. Could get blown out here. Wow! I was not expecting to get blown out that much. Whew! Alright, so we're dead. I believe we're dead. That's a rough one.
I have disgraced the King Coup.
I was expecting a fight, another single combat to happen in response. Giving everything tough in response is the tough turn. Is there a reason to block the 5/5 into the 3/4 and then single combat after? Yeah, that's a better play. It's a better play, Fiverr. And if I take Fiverr's suggestion, we actually end up in a better spot. Man, this game sucks. Every time I lose, it's because I made a bad decision. I don't want personal accountability, chat. I want to blame Mana Screw. Alright, that's genuinely a bit unfortunate. Mulliganed our 9-drop and immediately redrew it.
Let's see what's out there.
This is actually a good example of a game where it's beneficial to be going second, because going second means I get to play this on this, and I get to attack with a barrier challenger creature on turn 1 here. So like this game, it was beneficial for me to be playing second. Because again, this game just has the best play draw variance of any game I've ever played. The Undying having Ephemeral is something. Oh, it doesn't have Ephemeral still when it comes back. Good.
Fresh catch? Well, it was fresh.
Whew, these are gonna be tough nuts to crack. I need, God, I don't know that I have anything that's super meaningful against this besides just racing, and my hand is not... My hand just cannot race. That's true. If I get up to, when I get up to this next turn, I could just block it forever.
These woods protect their own.
Honor guide me.
And I don't want to play any spells this turn, because I'm going to go up to 8 mana total next turn, which lets me exactly cast this. Yeah, Riposte is 5, but I think I want to play Unyielding Spirit next turn. I think I'm just doing 4 here. Although I guess if I riposte... I guess if I riposte there, I kill them? Is that accurate? If they don't have a blocker? Ooh. Rewarded for waiting. Rewarded for waiting. This is probably dead. Am I literally dead on board? This is 9-13. Right? Oh, this is 8-12. Sorry, math. 8-12 going to 1. Yeah, opponent's draw was very good.
Grow up so fast.
I think so. As someone who's been playing Runeterra for it's a little over a week now, I think that was the closest thing to a game of Magic I've played in it. Where, like, my opponent just kind of had a nut draw and just, like, none of my choices mattered. Those games definitely feel like they're more the exception than the rule here. Whereas, like, in Magic, those games are, like, the average gameplay with current Magic designs. And not only does Unsummon cost 4 in this game, but it's, like, playable at 4. Do you need to learn another game? I mean, this game's very good. And if you're someone that's looking for a game to play on your mobile occasionally, it has a mobile client. Will of Ionia is the best card in the format. Does a client hum? Loading? Nope. Connecting? I feel I've had more interesting games of Runeterra in the past week than Magic in the past year. Yeah, I feel that. Let's kick the client really quick here. It's the first time that's happened. There we go. I don't know what that hiccup was. Alright, so our opponent is playing Sejuani Vladimir, which is usually more of a mid-range deck. I think I probably am okay keeping a Lux here. I think I'm gonna mulligan these three.
I've got these.
When I survive damage, grant me 03.
Well then,
Guard. When am I planning to switch to Endure? I play the decks in my stream title in the order that they're listed. So we'll probably be done with this deck in another 10, 20 minutes or so, depending on how long the games take. And then we'll play the next deck for an hour and a half or so. It's probably 2.5 hours before we get to Endure. So no reason to attack my 2-3 here. They would bounce off of this and this turn into a 3-1, or these would trade, so I think we just pass here.
The Scar Maidens will know my name.
When you watch Watsy make another bad level up. Harsh but fair.
Strength and grace.
So we'll get the Protege out here, which has Challenger, so it can force something to block. And then next turn we can attack with both of these.
War Mesa, reporting for duty.
Oh, wow, that's really good.
Few.
I haven't seen Reaver paired with Demolish before. It's a really good one, too.
Who does not know the name Laurent?
Hemingsway Whiskey, thank you for the Court of Year. I appreciate that. Welcome back.
This land is ours.
You can always type ! rank in chat to find my current rank out in whatever game I'm playing. We work hard to keep that command updated.
Feel the sizzle. Fair.
We hook like this. This will eat this. These will trade, or these will both eat these, right? It really does. It really does never get old. I agree. That's pretty good.
These woods protect their own.
We're 2 turns off of Lux coming down. That is phenomenal for after Lux comes down, though. I don't have anything that can deploy barriers currently. I think I'm going to get rid of their Overwhelms rather than their 3-2, because these are tough and Overwhelm. A block like this and take 3. Best site to look at decks. If you type ! RT decks in chat, you'll get a link to my personal decks page, as well as information on a site that has a ton of good info on it. Their combat tricks have been super brutal this game. I think I want a Remembrance after I Lux.
Destruction feeds my fire.
Steals 1 to everything.
Everywhere I go, the light follows.
I don't think I want to attack with Lux.
Feel no fear.
Well, now we're definitely not attacking with Lux. This is gonna die next turn anyways. I think we just do this.
Eat up, friend.
Leave no survivors.
It's a shame we're one off of casting Remembrance there. We'll see if they open attacks here.
The Star Maidens will know my name.
The Winter's Claw.
So I can put this here,
Back down from what you believe.
and then I can Unyielding Spirit. Do they have... Is this the Unsummon color? They don't have Unsummon, right? Unsummon is pink, if I recall. Is Unsummon pink or white? I think it's pink or white, right? I think we just played this on here, right? I could also Spirit's Refuge. I think there might be value to lifestealing this. I'm taking a lot of damage here. I think I'm supposed to lifesteal. The problem with this is if they have... The problem with this is if they have a way to deal damage to this before the combat happens, I'm gonna lose my Lux. Woo! Oh, that one doesn't have lifesteal because I didn't lose a unit this turn. Thought we got lucky and popped a lifesteal there. At least we get to blow Sejuani away. Wait, did they have another +3/+3 and missed it? Yes. So anyways, we came in blasted.
Illuminate the enemy.
All right, if they open attacks here, we're not quite dead yet.
Prove myself to the War Mother. The Star Maidens will know my name.
Oh, wait, this has Overwhelm, so we are dead? No, because I can fight, right? So we gotta go this here, single combat Lux fight here. If they have another protection spell here, we're dead.
I refuse.
Okay. Oh, we're halfway there. Oh, living on a prayer. Take my hand. We'll make it, I swear. Don't deal 3 to my face. Do, 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 do.
My shield is yours. Demacians protect.
She is invulnerable because she has Unyielding Spirit on her. Will there be justice on stream? Find out next time.
They are under my protection.
What will you have?
Balance.
I've carved meat bigger than you. Let's talk about your tan. I've carved meat bigger.
This card's been really good. The 9-drop's been super sweet.
The superior tactic is to never give up.
See, chat, never give up. It's the superior tactic. Lux wouldn't stare you wrong. That's so sweet. I don't even really know that I have anything I would love to change here. I felt like I liked a lot of what we were doing. If anything, I feel like this Green Glade Caretaker was probably like the weakest link in the bunch, but I'm not quite sure offhand what I would change that with. Like, I'm not really sure that there's a better 2-drop I could be playing. Green Glade Caretaker is the reason you play the deck. That wasn't my experience playing these games. That wasn't my experience in the games that we played. I don't know. Maybe, I mean, like, we didn't really play any games where it popped off. I could see this being very good. Like I said, everything felt pretty reasonable, and probably play more games before changing anything. But after the, you know, half a dozen games we played in an hour and a half, this is the only card that really stood out to me as well. This wasn't super good. If anything, finding another challenger card could be good, but I don't think there are any more challenger cards that we're not already playing. Actually, this could be worth playing. Challengers in conjunction with all of our barrier cards felt really good. Yeah, this could be reasonable, because like we have 6+ mana spells to work with Lux, so I feel like there could be merit to giving this a try over Green Glade Caretaker or something, just because having cheap challenger units in conjunction with things that gave barrier is super reasonable. All right, we've got a couple more Runeterra decks coming up yet today before I'm all done. I'm going to hit a quick ad roll while I tweet out and post the next deck that we're doing. When we get back, we are going to play some Lee Sin combos. So we'll be back in just a few minutes. Thanks for hanging out today, folks. Don't go anywhere.